Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. It's your girl Deborah Obiyo, and today we want to talk about a topic between Prayer Storm and Apostle James Kawaya. Sit back, relax, hear my opinion and share your opinion with me in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Few years ago, I stumbled across a video on Prayer Storm. It is a channel on this space, and that video caught my attention. I immediately dove right into it, watched it, and enjoyed it. That video is an interview organized by Prayer Storm, their founder, James Aladero. He was interviewing Apostle James Kawaya. That video, that testimony was a mind-blowing testimony. It was an expose. It was, enlightening. It was everything you needed as a Christian. Yes, a Christian that understands the place of warfare. If you came across that video, you've gotten it all, because it was a lot of knowledge, a lot of insight as a Christian. So James Aladero is the founder of Prayer Storm. It is a charity organization based in UK. It was founded in 2009, and the aim of the charity organization was to stir people, believers, to prayer. Like he said, he had explained that the organization is, you know, has members from different churches. They came together to have that organization for that purpose. So because they have heard about Apostle James Kawaya, they brought him to UK for the first time to share his testimony with the children of God, with the people of God, to enlighten us about the inner workings of the kingdom of darkness. This video was shot in 2023. So Apostle James Kawaya was born a wizard. He grew in rank. He became mighty and a powerful tool for the kingdom of darkness. He has been sharing his testimony in bits and pieces, but this interview is a 3-hour long interview, a little over 3 hours interview. And as at the last count, it had reached 9 million people. That is the real definition of viral. I mean, what can be more viral than that? 3 hours, a Christian topic, 9 million people. Honestly, that video was a blessing. If you came across it that year, that time, that period, please tell us whether you were not touched or you were not blessed. I have not seen any negative comment about that video, about that testimony. So as at the time of shooting that video, Apostle James Kawaya had given his life to Christ, had been converted. Not just that, he's a pastor of a church, a minister, a whatever you want to call him by, for 17 years, as at the time when that video was shot, that video was released. He had been giving his testimonies in bits and pieces until that full testimony. I mean, there was even a sequel to it. So just recently, scrolling through YouTube, one of my favorite places to be, I saw a video from Prayer Storm explaining why they had pulled down the video. And I'm like, wait, what happened? Please. I dove right in immediately. I dove right in, listened to the video, and should I say I was a bit relieved to see that they did not say categorically that the content of that testimony was a lie. It would have been horrible for me. So, what did I observe from the video? As at last year March, Prayer Storm had prepared for a conference where they were expecting Apostle James Kawaya to come and preach, and then 2 weeks to this conference. This is me recapping what was said in the video, explaining why they pulled the testimony down. It's available on their channel, Prayer Storm. So 2 weeks to the conference, they started getting credible evidence from credible people, credible sources, showing them things about Apostle James Kawaya, which made them really uncomfortable. They immediately contacted James Kawaya to come and explain himself for reasons, They said they're a charitable organization in the UK. They are bound by laws, rules, and regulations, and they must stand by it, obey it, unlike, what is obtainable in other places of the world. They called him to explain. He wasn't forthcoming. At some point, he said he was going to lawyer up, and they were like, wait, 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 wait. They still left the video at that point. This was happening in March last year. They left the video till sometime this year when they pulled it down after so much prayer and conviction that they needed to pull it down. But my concern was that they did not say categorically that that testimony was a lie. Because if that testimony was a lie, please, Mr. James Aladiran, founder of Prayer Storm, please, you owe it to us, just like he said, purity, you owe us purity. You owe it to us to tell us if it was a lie. And if it was not a lie, please find a way to share it with us so that we can know what we need to keep believing in or not. So from the video, there are certain words that stuck out. Personal conduct, things that are out of order for a minister, things. He mentioned finances at some point, and immediately I heard finances, I was like, okay, if it is finances, I can understand. If they've joined money, maybe allege, if Apostle James Kawaya has sent money and that money is dirty money, please, anything that has to do with finances, our laws is interconnected. All countries' laws is interconnected. There's so much collaboration around the world about financial issues. There's so much collaboration, and if that is what it is, I can understand that. I can understand why they pulled down the video. However, there were other words of, personal conduct, things that are out of order for a minister. Of course, I went to search. The internet is a free world, a huge world. There's nothing you cannot get on internet. I went to research, and I heard from sources that there is an allegation of, adultery against Apostle Kawaya. And I wondered, and I'm here to say basically why I'm doing this video is, if that is the only thing Prayer Storm has against Apostle James Kawaya, then I feel like them pulling down that video was a bit overreaching. Removing finances, financial issues, removing um the content of the testimony being a lie, if these two factors are absent, then why did they put down the video if he has done something out of order in his own personal life? I don't know if I'm making sense. The video is correct. See, even the Bible has a lot of funny incidences. Are we going to tear down the Bible and no longer believe the Bible? Rape happened in the Bible. A lot of things happened in the Bible. Are we going to tear down the Bible? So that is how I still look at it. Another instance is about the woman who was accused of adultery by the Sadducees and Pharisees. What did Jesus say? If you have not sinned, cast the first stone. At the end of the day, everybody disappeared. I don't think Jesus would have pulled down that video. Yeah, I don't think. I'm not yet convinced because it's not today. It's been over a week since I watched their video explaining what happened, and I've been ruminating about this. I don't think Jesus would have pulled down that video. So far, those two factors I mentioned are not applicable. The video is a blessing. I mean, I've not seen one single bad comment about that testimony. Anywhere you go that has any channel, any space you go that has this topic, as an issue, what people are saying is pray for Apostle James Kawaya, pray for Apostle James Kawaya, because there's no way the devil will come to this fight with singlet and boxer. He's going to come attacking Apostle James Kawaya armed to the teeth. This is not a small matter. You can imagine me as a Christian who did not grow up as a witch, who was not born into witchcraft, who did not practice anything. I don't know anything about that, and the devil is attacking me. Not to talk of somebody that was his right hand man, was his tool, that was his everything, and got converted to Christianity. And that was not enough. Oh. He started giving testimony, and they still left him. No scandal then in those 17 years, and then he now gave a full-blown testimony that has gone viral, and you think that the enemy will just be there looking. Dear Mr. James Aladiran, kindly, find it in your heart to tell us if tell us if the content of that testimony was a lie. Honestly, I'll need that categorical, clarification. Please, please, please. I know you are not accountable to us, but like you said, you owe us accountability and purity. That is the main bulk of this whole thing for me. While you deal with the other things, while you continue to act as a brother, I endure you, and to you know I pray that you continue to act like a brother to him, despite the fact that you've even pulled down the video, despite that you've just he's your Christian brother. He still calls the name, he still calls the name of Jesus Christ. He still does. So because he still does. So I'm now wondering, if you pull down the video because of things you've discovered, does it mean that when you discover things about the other people you've interviewed, you're going to pull down their video? We are human, we are still mortal flesh. I even wondered, for is it that you have never seen and you will not sin, or you will not falter one bit? I mean, did you listen? Did you listen to his testimony? The way witches will come after you to make sure you express something as little as anger so that they can get you. People that fasted for, was it 70 days or 90 days he mentioned then, and they kept pressing and pushing them till the last day, and they failed through their head, their pastor. Abba, please, we are still humans with flesh, with blood, with emotions and all that. I pray that you stand by him. You've pulled down the video, you've made an explanation that's even made it more viral, because I wouldn't have known if you had not made that explanation, honestly. And I would just, carry the knowledge. So far it is true, I'll just carry the knowledge on and keep using it as a Christian, a warfare Christian. So I endure you, I plead with you, still have that relationship with him, help him up. If he has gone astray, don't leave him to go back to the enemy. Honestly, I'm praying for him. I am, whatever the issue is, I'm praying for him. So please, guys, the video, you can find bits and pieces of that testimony on YouTube space. You can find bits, they've cut. You can find it in bits and pieces. You can watch the explanation of James Aladero in Prayer Storm channel. And please share your thoughts in the comment section. Please like this video, share and subscribe. Thank you. Until we see you again. Bye.